Temptation, peer pressure, guilt, and depression. These are words that correlate with reasons as to why underage drinking is such an issue in the world we live in today. Underage drinking has become an issue that most adolescents are participating in and letting take over their lives. I will be discussing the reasons as to why adolescents involve themselves in drinking, the health issues they are at risk for, and actions that can be taken to prevent underage drinking from even starting. First off are the reasons for engagement in consuming alcohol. According to Noel Marino, the book editor of Underage Drinking, just being an adolescent may be a key risk factor not only for starting to drink, but also for drinking dangerously. There is curiosity in the taste and the effects of alcohol, pressure to fit in by your peers, and not wanting to be made fun of. Growing up, I, and probably majority of my peers, were faced with the decision of engaging in this harmful activity or avoiding it. Luckily, I did not let peer pressure get to me and decided to focus on other activities like school, softball, and other hobbies that interest me. Unfortunately, this was not the case for some of my peers, but just the fact of being a teenager is not the only reason for underage drinking. Changes and developmental transitions are occurring that may cause the turn for alcohol. Physical and emotional changes are most likely to occur when becoming a teenager. Not liking how your body is changing, or even feeling more emotional about subjects that never affected you before, can be reasons to turn to alcohol if you do not understand what your body is going through. With puberty comes facing the fact of growing up. Some may engage in alcohol to avoid growing up and still feel young. Others may start consuming because that is what adults do, and they see themselves as an adult. Whatever the reason, underage drinking is increasing throughout the world. With the consumption of alcohol comes health and mental risk. Coming from Noel Marino, although the severe health problems associated with harmful alcohol use are not common in adolescents as they are in adults, studies show that young people who drink heavily may put themselves at risk for a range of potential health problems. Alcohol causes damage to the body, specifically to the brain and the liver. It also is a mental depressant and causes mental damage. Over-consuming can lead to early stages of depression and addiction in teenagers. I have close friends who turn to alcohol for various reasons, and I can fully see it becoming a habit for them. They are getting an unhealthy habit that may turn into a lifelong habit if they do not stop it soon enough and realize what is going on. That is why it is important to consider the health of this alcohol before consuming, especially when considering drinking underage. Even though the consumption of alcohol has hit its starting point, there are still prevention methods that can be sought after. Marino sums up that there are two intervention approaches when dealing with preventing underage drinking. They are environmental level interventions and individual level interventions, basically seeking outside help or confronting yourself about the problem. Legal action can also be taken by raising the price of alcohol so that it is harder for people to provide alcohol for young teens and it's harder for them to purchase. Also, the minimum legal drinking age can be increased to try and ensure maturity in consumers. Lastly, outside sources are important for involvement of preventing underage drinking. Schools, families, and friends can help teens become aware of the issue and find ways out for ones who have already lost their control to alcohol. Whatever method is chosen, it is important for underage drinkers to seek help before it is too late. In general, drinking is a problem in today's society, and everyone had their starting point at some point in their lives. Even though it would be easy to believe that everyone began drinking when they were 21, that is neither the case nor reality. Underage drinking has reasons behind even starting, comes with health risk, and has prevention methods.